Hey witches, my name is Deidre and this is my channel Wordy Witch Writes, where we talk about everything related to writing. Today we are going to talk about writing goals. It is the fall, and for some reason authors like to, at the beginning of all seasons, declare what their writing goals are for the season. Particularly in the fall, we owe this to November National Writing Month, or NaMoWriMo, which I don't think is a lot of people are participating in this year. I could be wrong, but a lot of the writing channels that I follow, a lot of people aren't participating in it anymore. I have not participated in NaMoWriMo in several years. I did write my first book with it, but I did not come anywhere close to hitting the word count goal. For those of you who may not know what NaMoWriMo is, that is National Writing Month and National Novel Writing Month. And they have some controversy right now because they had a lot of issues on their forums, and they released a statement about using AI with their writing, and it's a lot of drama. And I know I'm the drama teacher, but it's not something I like being involved in. So if you want to learn more about that, there are a lot more eloquent people on YouTube who have talked about that. You can go find their channels and they will explain it to you. So I have never really been a huge fan of it. I've tried it, but to me, writing 50,000 words in 1 month was unrealistic, and you were just setting yourself up for failure. And writing is supposed to be something that's enjoyable, and by setting yourself up for this, you took the fun out of it. So I want to talk today about my goals, which I think they're personal, and I feel like they're realistic for me. And I'm encouraging you to, if you want to pursue writing, to set up realistic writing goals for yourself and where you are in your life. I would imagine that somebody who is a full-time writer would obviously have different writing goals from me. People who have children are going to have different writing goals than me. People who have disabilities are going to have different writing goals than me. I think it's crazy that we think all writers should write exactly the same. And that is a tangent for another time. Let's focus in and just discuss writing goals. So I wrote them down because I like to ramble, obviously, in case you can't tell. So my first writing goal is a weekly word count goal, which is 8,000 words a week, because that is only 1,142 words a day. I did do the math because earlier I said it was 1,300 words a day, and then I mathed wrong. So that's an easy, attainable goal. On a good morning, I get up at 5 a.m. every day to write before I go to work. I can usually hit between 700 and 1,000 words before work. And on the weekends, it's not a challenge for me to hit 2,000 words. So I can write 2,000 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then fill in the rest of the week with writing when I get to the chair at 5 a.m. Sometimes I also have editing clients. I have 2 right now that are about to send me copy editing. One is supposed to come today, actually, and then another one is supposed to come the next week. And so I work in time to make sure that I am able to still edit my client stuff and write my own stuff. And 8,000 words is just a big enough number that it kind of challenges me and makes me push myself, especially on the weekends. But it is attainable, and I don't feel like I'm failing week after week or day after day. Because if you do that, you're not going to stick with it. It's kind of like if you decide, let's use an athletic metaphor here, that if you decide that you're going to run a marathon and you have not ever been a runner, but you're going to go run 3 miles without stopping your very first day, you're not going to make it. Like, it's just not physically going to happen. And so if you keep doing that to yourself, you're just going to stop and you're never going to reach your goals. So setting realistic goals for where you are in your life is super important. And my writing goal for myself is 8,000 words a week. I like weekly goals because then you give yourself a break as well if something happens and you don't actually write that day. So like your kid gets sick and you just can't be away from them, or you unexpectedly have to stay at work later than normal. You decide to spend the day playing Diablo with your husband because the new version of the game came out and it sounds way more fun than writing. Turns out it is, but not that I'm speaking of personal experience. I am. Last Sunday I didn't write, I played Diablo instead. Okay. I also did laundry. Just get that clear. It wasn't just a fun day. Got some chores done. Just wasn't writing. But I'm going to hit my 8,000 goal. Okay? The second thing I want to do next month is take a developmental editing course. I just believe that you should always be honing your skills, and this is going to be it's a self-paced course that I found, and I am excited to try it. It's on the Editorial Freelance Association. Editorial Editors? I should probably look up that name. I joined that organization, and I'm enjoying the forums and stuff that I'm reading in. Maybe someday I'll be less introverted and actually post in them, but right now I'm just enjoying reading other people's feedback, and I'm going to take a course through them. I'm going to take a couple courses, but the first one I want to take is developmental editing, because I feel like that is something I really enjoy doing, and I want to practice my skills and get better at that. I'm also going to continue posting a video a week. I've decided that I'm going to post them every Sunday at noon. So if you're liking my channel, hopefully you can subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video comes up, and then you continue watching and growing with me. So one video a week, and I'm also going to do a bi-weekly blog post on my website, which I'll link in the description below, but it's wordywitch.com, and I'll just talk about writing and other things that are going on there. And then I also think I have found a lot of cozy mystery groups, and I've joined a couple writing groups on Facebook, and I've been on Reddit a little bit, and I would think I've been really wanting to build a writing community. And I've looked around where I live, and there really isn't any active group. I'd have to travel north 45 minutes to an hour, and I've tried joining online groups before, and I always put my name out there, I always fill out the form, and then I never hear anything from it. So I think what I want to do is actually try to start my own. And so I'm going to research next month, and then maybe in December put out feelers for people who want to set a New Year's goal of like being part of a writing community, and then start one. But I think next month I want to start researching what it takes to build like a writing community, and what the expectations are like for a critique group specifically. And it would be virtual, so anybody could join it, and then you don't have to travel. It would just be maybe, I don't know how often you have to meet for those. So like I said, that would be something I would spend time next month researching. So if I do propose it on these groups on Facebook, I can answer a lot of questions that I'm sure will come in. I don't just like saying like, we should do the thing, and then not have the information on how to actually do the thing. So those are my goals for the next month. I have a busy time coming up at work. We're starting rehearsals for our next play. I do auditions on Wednesday, and I'm super excited for those. My students seem super excited for it. I'm doing new things with it to help grow my program and keep that alive. And so balancing out rehearsals with writing and editing, and still spending time with my family, because we are getting into holiday season, is something that I'm really going to be mindful of. But I'm going to stick with it. I'm really enjoying this. My next few videos I think are going to be a lot more fun. Next week's is going to be a baking one. I'm going to try and teach myself. I want to learn baking is something I've always really enjoyed. So I've bought a gluten-free French pastry book, and I'm going to teach myself, and I let Chris pick. My husband picked the first recipe, and it's going to be a chocolate macaroon, but I think we're going to try putting espresso like ganache inside them. So that's what we're going to do sometime this next week, is film that video. And then the week after that, I'm going to do a book review on a book that has actually, like, now that I've thought about it, the first book, I need to do this book because it really helped me and motivated me to like change how I was doing things and changed my life. And it's a nonfiction book, and I just hope that it helps other people. I didn't realize how much it has impacted me until I was thinking about what book I should start with, and this is the one that I came up with. So I'm super excited, and I have lots of ideas, and I can't wait to continue sharing and growing with you, and I hope you are enjoying these videos, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. So have a great one, and I'll see you next time.